You keep attracting the same partner because your unhealed patterns is magnetically attracting to their unhealed patterns. It's not bad luck. It's emotional mathematics. At the end of this video, you'll understand exactly how your childhood created your dating life today and how to break the cycle once and for all. Let me know, have you ever felt like you're dating the same person in a different body? And maybe your friends even recognized it as well. If you learn to be valuable by helping others, you'll attract people who need help, saving, and caretaking. If you learn to feel safe by being invisible, you'll attract people who dominate space. If you learn that love comes with drama, you'll attract people who create chaos. Your unhealed wounds aren't randomly bumping into their unhealed wounds. They're actually having a conversation with each other. This is trauma bonding. Your I need to be needed is speaking directly to their I need someone to take care of me. I worked with a client recently who really kept attracting the same emotionally unavailable men. It wasn't until she understood what happened in childhood that it began to make sense and she was beginning to shift. So she had a father growing up who was emotionally shut down, unavailable, very avoidant, and really the only time she remembered that she felt special was when her dad gave her rare moments of attention, like a little compliment, a little praise. So unconsciously, she was actually drawn to men who made her work for love, because from what she learned, working for love felt like home. This is what I call emotional mathematics. Your nervous system doesn't distinguish between familiar and healthy. So it's mistaking what is familiar, even though it's unhealthy, you keep creating it and attracting it. Really, your nervous system just recognizes what matches your childhood blueprint. So what happens when you begin to heal these patterns? When you heal, your magnetic field completely changes. I call this your aura. The same people who used to feel exciting suddenly feels exhausting. The drama that felt like passion now feels chaotic. The emotional unavailability that used to feel like a challenge for you to overcome now feels like disrespect. I remember after healing my people-pleasing, anxious patterns, me and a friend, we kind of had this like brief romantic thing. And I remember that, we spent the entire evening with her kind of talking about their problems. And in the past, I would have felt needed. So it would have felt good, exciting. However, this time I felt drained. It was like my nervous system had literally rewired itself. So I'm beginning to recognize healthy reciprocity. And that's something that I need. That's something I'm looking for in a partner. And that's why for a lot of my students, dating feels harder after doing this inner work, because they're no longer accepting relationships that match their old patterns. So their standards have shifted and now it's up here and they remember it. They remember their standards because they remember their value now. When you transform your emotional DNA, you naturally attract relationships that match your new level of healing. By the way, please give this a like, a subscribe if this is helpful for you. I really want to get this information out there because really my mission here before I die is to leave this world more kind, more happier, more peaceful, and that really begins with us. The more that we become more kind and calm and powerful, we change this world. So down below, I actually have a free emotional DNA quiz. If you want to recognize and start rewiring the emotional pattern that got passed down to you and your family, go and take the quiz after this video. So now you might be wondering, Dr. Kai, how do I actually make this shift? 3 simple steps. You won't forget, you'll remember this. So the first step always is identifying your pattern. If we're not aware of what the pattern is, we're lost in the sauce. So see the sauce, taste the sauce, and begin connecting the dots. So you can ask yourself, even like a journal prompt, what did you learn about love in your family? How did your parents, how did your other family members role model to you love? Second step, heal the wound that created it through inner child work, boundary setting, nervous system rewiring, and emotional intelligence training. To really get to know your feelings, understand them, be able to validate yourself, and to begin to regulate them and really start setting boundaries. Really start connecting with that wounded child inside who needs you. Third step, embody your new pattern by choosing differently. You always have a choice, even when different feels uncomfortable, unfamiliar. The key to remember here, where a lot of people don't realize, is that your relationship patterns are just inherited programming. And all programming can be rewritten. I've done it myself. I've been guiding over 100 students and clients to rewrite their programming too. You don't have to be anxious, people-pleasing, avoidant, isolated, lonely, and numb your whole life. You really don't have to. So start by asking, and please share in the comments below. I always read them. What did I learn about love in my childhood, and how is that showing up in my adult relationships today? Whether that's showing up in your romantic relationships, friendships, work relationships. So please share below. And the truth is, changing your relationship patterns isn't about finding or attracting different people. It's about becoming a different person yourself from inside out. One more reminder, if you're ready to identify exactly which patterns are running your relationships, go below and take my free emotional DNA quiz. And even share them in the comments. Which of the 4 emotional pattern types do you have? I'll send you a complete DNA profile afterwards and some steps to start this rewiring process. Remember, you're not broken for having these patterns. You're just operating from programming that got passed down to you. So once you see the patterns clearly, then you can choose to change it. Like always, I'm so glad that you're here. Thank you for learning with me, and I'm so proud of you. Let's keep growing.